Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to the League of Villain Rap Cypher by Rustage. Now, I've just come off of reacting to the Class 1A Rap Cypher, which was much higher than I was expecting. So, yeah, hopefully this one is of the same quality. Maybe better, maybe worse. It's considerably shorter because, well, there's less people they'll have to go over. But yeah, I'm interested to see what angle they're going to take with the villains. Now, this was published in October of 2019, so this was done after the My Villain Academia arc, or the Versus Liberation Army arc, but so I'm expecting there to be some references to spoilers and all that. So fair warning for you. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's um coming from this. And I was quickly scrolling through the description to see who was voicing in it, and there are a lot of names that are from the first one, especially Daisy Benezi, who voiced Ochako, and now she's voicing Toga, which is an interesting choice. And if they did it on purpose, it's brilliance. But let's get this started in three, two, one, now. It's got a much more interesting beat to it. I'm not going to be talking till the end, so once I start the lyrics.
Came to battle with the masses, crumble, turn them to ashes. Not gonna have a chance if your class is this passive. We're massive. I'm bringing the league into victory, placing fingers individually. 1, 2, 3, watching me pinky make history. Live with these injuries, shatter like glasses. I'm redefining this era. My plan is in motion, it's almost done. My presence will fill you with terror. Inherited power from all for one. I can do this all night, pick apart the pathetic cult that worships all might. This is what I had to be held onto by my family. Tactician on a mission, you cannot beat all my strategies. Killing and bringing the casualty, the weight in my heart causing agony. Displaying a brain that's amazing, decaying insane, cause I'm making a world for catastrophe.
Kurogiri, I'm getting really excited. Who's a villain that's kinda tricky to fight with? Disappear, put the fear inside and I like it. In the dark, I can see you nearing the light switch. Certain you're hurting, we're turning you so uncertain with teleportation. If you find anyone killing the veterans, better I'll leave a citation. I ain't just playing the role of a villain, I seriously end up big nanny. Passing it over, I'm open, you're choking them before you burn them up, dabby.
Yeah, the illest villain is superstar. I've been taking expectations, shooting them through the bar. Watch me murder every single hero, you see the scars. Incinerating corpses into portions to keep them jarred. Won't make it far. Ain't nobody do it like me. I can make a Baku go flame, cold as icy. Got the league right beside me. Might slap Midoriya if he keeps acting feisty. I'm a monster, you imposters are preposterous. Stay anonymous, torching everybody is the hobby. Murder is the job, should've never stepped to Dobby. Yeah.
Pulling on my mask on the Titans, just put a bullet in your back, see your life in a flash. Got the gas on tap, I can map your path. Think you're better than me cause you're in the UA classes. Must have been not the colonel, shots be popping off like a kernel. I am sure vexed, this vortex will be the cause of your death.
Look, I'm handing out a summary. Got a team of 2, a double team. Have you ever met the other me? Got a secret and I'm keeping it underneath. Don't let them one of a kind. Yeah, you're facing your demise. Come on, anybody try. Killing myself many times. I've got some demons that I've been dealing with inside. Yeah, I get it, though, a minute. Gotta show them what they're missing. I don't even know the mission, but lately I feel like I'm somebody different. So here I go throwing the dice. I am here to change your life and maybe give out some advice. I'm only doing what is right, so if I'm giving you a chance, you know I ain't giving it twice.
Bloodthirsty, I just came to further cause damage. Muscle fibers so outrageous that my skin can't manage to contain all the power that my body will produce. I'm sadistic, watch me walk into this camp and kill the youth. I'll put you in predicament, smashing right through your ligaments. These little kids are ignorant of violence in the hero biz. I'm lacking all compassion, you won't see me caught caring. Mercilessly killing heroes, watch me body bag parents.
You're messing with a psychotic in bondage. No test the god, it was chomping on all of your flesh. If it's spotted, you won't survive in this carnage. Sharp teeth will slice through fucking all of your bodies. Caustic when I kill off the lesser race in the starry.
Feel the knife dig deeper in your spine. Feels nice when I take another life. Do or die, love the rush of doing crimes. Nice try, you can run, but now you're mine. Slicing and cutting you down, like nobody's around. Love when you're making sounds, bleeding all over the ground. Never be found, pretty pathetic, you face your demise. With your blood ingested, I perfected my disguise. Call me Toga, hear my name, and then it's over. Not maintaining my composure when the smell is drawing closer. Killing is thrilling, I'm spilling, we're bringing a chilling end. Appetite filling, I'm willing to bend, so let us be friends.
What would Stain do? Yeah, I'm slaying in his name too. Call me Spinner, the killer for Stain with the same view. And the sword looking like a thorn of games glued together. Stain's dream came true, cause my blade is used as ever. All these fake dudes claiming who's a hero when they told me I'm a strange mutant. I was shameful till I heard his message. You could say I am the echo, cause these heroes saving nothing better. Switch it to this gecko when I maim you.
Your body, I can magnetize, and by your gender, you'll polarize. Having this much fun should be labeled as a crime, but I gotta do right by the hero killer's eyes. You claim to be a hero, that's something you'll never be. How to join the league, now I'm finally free, so kitty kitty, come play with me. Gotta rid the world of this hero hierarchy.
Step right up, gonna show you something riveting. Quite a little trick, the excitement has me shivering. With a little misdirection, I'm performing marvels. Leave you startled when you see I've turned your squad into some marbles. Throw your whole academy into my jacket pocket. Walk it right into a warp gate. Take it off and drop it. Might not be as threatening as all the other villains, but the others who were trapped, they were begging me to kill them.
How many y'all wanna test me when I'm in the brawl? But fight my dogs, I can tell that you was about to fall. Look at the brave, need to behave behind the drywalls. You don't wanna be catching my way, you just might dissolve. All for one and one for none, so better go out, get bigger guns. All might better go get your son, the young dad ain't gonna be no fun. But hip will put a smile on my devilish condometer. But I'm enraged, training your with power like a Caesar. It was according to plan, League of the Villains is running Japan. Even the was right in the can, Sugar Rocket still running the clan. Looking at me like I'm sick, I'm just pleading the fifth. But imagine myself with your neck in my whip, and just squeeze my grip.
Well, was that was better than the Class 1A cipher, at least from the initial watch through. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that a few more times, but yeah, I've already picked out a couple that I want to talk about. Yeah, I'll be I'll be back for the analysis. Hey guys, we're back, and after having watched this several more times, I've figured out which ones I want to specifically talk about, and which one I just want to briefly touch on. So, well, these analyses are all going to be briefer than the Class 1A ones because, well, there's not really. I overanalyzed that. I realized in hindsight. So, I'm just going to touch on interesting points from all of these, which is we'll start with Shigaraki, voiced by Rustage, and this this one is the one with the most manga references, because it explains basically the end. It makes several references to the end of the My Villain Academia arc, while framing it in a way it makes sense with um the images being shown from seasons 1, 2, and 3. So it's not that obvious that they're manga spoilers, but they're also spoilers for the ones who haven't read the anime, which I admire people who can who can make an inside joke that, on the surface, anyone can understand, but there are just the subsection that understand it even more. Because there's, he literally says, inherited power from all for one, and held on to by my family, the weight in my heart causing agony, which are all references from, like, very recent in the manga. By recent, I mean in the last 6 to 8 months, because My Villain Academia started in June. But yeah, he's got the most manga spoilers, so yeah. Next we've got Kurogiri, who I reckon this was out before the big spoiler was. So this is all stuff from, well, before My Villain Academia, so it's a lot recent, more recent than the rest. But at one point he calls himself a seriously underpaid a villainous, seriously underpaid nanny, which, yeah, I reckon that. What just happened to my voice there? I reckon that describes Kurogiri in to a T. He is basically the nanny of the League of Villains. Next we have Darby, who I forgot to mention who was singing for Kurogiri, and it's Schwabadi. I never know if I'm saying these right, but it's Shwabadi. Yeah. Next, next we have Darby, who is um Fabville, Fabvl. I don't know, but yeah, there's nothing really to note. What is happening to my voice with it? Give me a sec. I don't know why my voice is cutting out, but yeah, there's nothing really important, but it does make reference to the fact that he is doing this to um kill the fake heroes. He was introduced because of Stain, which it up until spoiler, the last couple chapters that were released of the manga, it wasn't actually really touched on for ages that he was there because of Stain. Nowhere near as much as it was with Spinner, who was constantly questioning if this was what Stain would do. But yeah, also I did like um the auto-tuned part. There are the two different ones. You can actually see me jumping through it by the lights on my face, but we can get oh, we can get rid of that. I was looking at the wrong direction when I turned that light on. But yeah, he ain't nobody to. He says I can make a Bakugo flame cold as icy, and the flames of an explosion. Probably the flames of Bakugo's explosions are probably hotter than Todoroki's fire. Well, we can't really say that because we don't have a definitive temperature of both. But yeah, a blue oxidized flame would be hotter than that of explosion. So, and then he goes on to say he might slap Midoriya if he keeps acting feisty, which is great. Then next we have the one I believe to be the um best out of all of this, which is ironically Mustard, who is the first of the ones we know pretty much next to nothing about. I just I like this because it has a really nice flow to it, and it does touch on what we do know. His his annoyance at the prestigious academies such as UA, and how he thinks that those students think they're better than him just because they're there. And it's just like, it's Mustard but not the Colonel. Shots be popping off like a Colonel, which is a funny line. Next we have uh Mustard was by Connor Rapper as well. Um Next we have Twice, who's Zach Boucher, I don't know, but when I first listened to this, I was just like, oh, this one isn't the best, but then I thought about it, and yeah, it makes sense for it to be a little up and down, not quite right with Twice, because, well, that basically describes his mental state. And this has nothing to do with the actual video, but there was someone in the comments who said they should have gotten two people to do Twice, like, and rapped at each other, which I reckon would have been interesting to see. Yeah, just talks about how he's he's real good friends with he thinks he's real good friends with those in the league, and he says um if I'm giving you a chance, I ain't giving it twice. They like to put their names in it. Well, Shigaraki didn't, but well, I mean, arguably he did, but I'm not going to touch on that. But yeah, we had Kurogiri saying it. We had Darby saying it. We had Mustard saying it. We had Twice saying it. We don't. Yeah. Next is Muscular. Again, there's nothing really much they can touch on. This is Game Boy Jones, and so far he's had some. From the two videos I've seen, he's had two good raps. So yeah, but most noticeable is the only piece of history we know is um he's got no compassion, and he's got a line that says "Watch me body bag parents," which is just brutal, but it's true. Next is what is it? Oh, what's his name? Moonfish. That's it. I forgot this guy's name because he did literally nothing he was set out to. Nothing really important. He got stomped by a shadow. To be fair, that shadow's dangerous. But anyway, and this one's voiced by Tokume. I think that's how you pronounce it. Um, but yeah, it just talks about his desire to eat flesh and a bit about his quirk. And he's the character with the swear word in it in this one. Then we have Daisy Benazy, who voices toga. Now, this is completely different from Uraraka. Like, if I didn't have the name in the top corner, I would have thought it was a completely different person, because it sounds completely different. And let me just say, this this was a creepy verse, mainly because of the laughter in the background, and you could probably see me shudder a couple times whenever that happened. This surprisingly doesn't talk about everything with her quirk. It talks about the invisibility and the blood drinking parts and all that, but it doesn't talk about the other, newer part of her quirk. Next, we have None Like Joshua to do Spinner, and it starts off instantly with What Would Stain Do, which sums up the motives for this character perfectly. And then um, it goes on to say he's doing it to be like Stain, um, and this sword looking like a thorn of games glued together. That just that just made me laugh when I read it, because yeah, it does it does look like the Game of Thrones chair a bit, and it took. He says he's going after fake heroes and all that, and it ends with him reiterating it. He's doing this because he agrees with what Stain said. Next we have Savvy Huga voicing Big Sis Magne, and I reckon the voice that she chose to do fit perfectly. I think it's a she because I checked out all the links in to the channels, and she was doing for like Hinata, Toga, Misa Misa. So I'm pretty sure it's a female. Just like I'm pretty sure Daisy Benezi is a female. But never know. Might just have a really good feminine voice. Anyway, again, references pretty early that they're doing it because of the hero killer. And it just basically, you claim to be a hero that's nothing, that's not something yeah, that's something you'll never be. Talks about how she's accepted in and free in the league, and then it has this cute line of "Hey kitty kitty, come play with me." But yeah, her and Spinner's voices are verses are pretty much the same because their motives were the same. They were obviously both discriminated against because they both mentioned discrimination in their verses, and they also mentioned that um they doing it for the to be to emulate the hero killer. Then we have Daddy Fat Snaps as Mr. Compress, who also in both of the raps I've seen has is some high quality shit. But yeah, when when I was watching this the first time, I snickered at I snick it out of the little part because at one point when he's rolling the marbles between his fingers, it looks very phallic with the two. He's got these two fingers bent, the middle finger straight, and just the marbles here and here, and it just made me giggle a little. But yeah, this was another one that talks a lot about their quirk and well, their personality, because his main shtick is he's mysterious. He's a magician, sort of, and so they talk about the, how mysterious he is. And it's another. The quirk may not seem deadly, but if if you were trapped in that marble for who knows how long, you'd probably be begging for it to end any way possible. And I love the part where he says, "Put your class into my coat pocket, walk through a portal, take it off, and drop it." Because yeah, his quirk combined with Kurogiri could basically just mass murder. Just compress so many people, just stuff his pockets full of them, all of them shatter. Or I guess he could just stomp on them, but we don't know what happens then. Yeah. Well, sorry, it's throw your whole academy. And then we get to 0 for 1. Someone who, I don't know why, but I wasn't really expecting to be in this. I don't know. When I first clicked League of Villains Rap Cypher, I just thought it would be the main, what is it, 7, 8? I didn't expect, um, yeah, I didn't expect 0 for 1 to be in it, because he hasn't really been in it since volume, well, season 3. Neither has half of them in this rap, but yeah. But yeah, this is basically him just singing to All Might, and it's just like, where is it? All for one, all for one, and one for all for one and one for none. So you better go out get bigger guns. All Might better come get your son. The young guy ain't gonna be much fun. And then it talks about how he's put Shigaraki in charge of running it, and then how he planned to, how he dreamed to kill All Might. It's just like your neck in my hand, imagine my wealth and just my wealth and just squeezing the grip. I don't know why I couldn't say wealth, but yeah. Some of these are just more basic character, like they briefly touch on it, and two of them are technically almost the same, but I'm not sure if it's a I just generally lean towards villains more, or this is actually better. Could also be that it's shorter, so it needs to have more quality to like become like on par with. It's got less time for missteps, and I just reckon the Class 1A was a little too long to not have a few missteps, which it did, but they were acceptable with when labeled in with everything else, because yeah. Um, but yeah, I did like this one a lot more. And like I said at the end of my the Class 1A1, if you guys want to see more of these, I'm willing to do them. Just either put the link down below, like comment the link or comment the video title that I can search on YouTube, and I'll check to see if other people do reactions of it, and then if they do, I'll do I'll do a reaction to it, and yeah, because I'm interested to see what some of these other raps, because I'm just scrolling through the recommended from Rustage, and I'm seeing an Avatar rap. I'm seeing, well, I've never watched Seven Deadly Sins, but I've heard it's good. That's my next anime to watch. So I see other, like I see a Mirio rap. I see Red Ride and Tetsu Tetsu. I see a Teen Titans rap. Yeah, I'd be willing to react to a lot of these. I'm also getting ones for Game Boy Jones and Daddy Fat Snaps and all those, so yeah. If you guys want to see me react to them, just comment down below. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.